up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. As you could tell, I'm finally coming to you with my story time that I had to tell y'all, and the reason why I really had to take like a break from YouTube. Every day that I wanted to do the story time, I push it back because I wasn't ready. Right now I kind of feel that I'm ready, and I probably feel a little better after doing it. So before we get into the story, if you're new here, I'm Diamond Diva 80s. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, comment, share, anything. So where do I need to start? So 2021 wasn't so a good year for me. I had a lot of losses, and I ended up losing a person that was like close to my heart, like real, someone I could just go to and just talk to, sit on the porch and talk to her. And she, talk knowledge to me of like how I just, how some people just like back in the days when I was younger, I just used to go, since I had the money, I just used to go spend it and go buy me a whole lot of outfits, shoes, and stuff like that, So this person hold a special spot, place in my heart. So since December the 18th, well, it really was December the 17th, I came home. It was on a Friday. I got off, came home. I was tired, didn't really want to do nothing. So I had, I usually don't get headaches, or I had a different type of headache that day, a migraine that day, that night. So I really wasn't sleeping good. I was resting, but wasn't sleeping too good. You get what I'm saying? So I went to sleep. I laid down early because I was tired, and I ended up getting a phone call. And usually when somebody called me, I don't even hear the phone call, hear the text message. So I jumped up. My big sister called me, and she was just, she said what she had to say. Before you know it, I just asked her what going on, because in my, I had that feeling something going on with grandma. So she told me that, grandma going through a transition, and they want all the kids and the grandkids, if they able to come on down to grandma's house, because she was at her home, in her room, where my I wasn't always there to help take care of, but my mom knew that I didn't like seeing my grandma like that. So it's like days I knew that I felt like just going over there to sit and help out, take care of her, because she couldn't talk. She couldn't do nothing for herself. So let me rewind that back a little bit. I did a video for her 95th birthday on my page. If you haven't checked that out, go check that out. That was way before she just went from couldn't sit up at all. That when she only had one stroke. That's when the pandemic first hit. So right after her birthday, and I filmed the birthday or whatever, she had another stroke where it put her where she couldn't move, couldn't talk, couldn't do nothing. She was mostly responding by giving you a head bump. You know what I'm saying? So that mean a lot still, you know what I'm saying, because she still can hear and get what you're saying. So she'll bump head you or hold your hand real tight, you know what I'm saying, because that's just her. And she was just so thankful that, she had her kids and her grandkids to take care of her and stuff like that. Yeah, like I'm saying, she was just so thankful to have her family and her kids, to actually be there for her and her grandkids, and to be there to take care of her. So it was one Saturday I went to Tunica to go get my hair done, but I don't know why I didn't never stop. I do know I was real tired that day, because I told my stylist, I was like, I don't know why I'm so tired, but deep down in my heart, I had planned on stopping by to just sit with grandma for a minute. But I ended up going straight home because it was like I was extremely tired that day. So when I got the call from my big sister and I had ended up getting up, I didn't know what to do. I just started feeling sick to the stomach. I wanted to throw up. I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was crying and everything else, because I wasn't prepared for none of this. You know what I'm saying? I just knew it was, my grandma used to always say stuff to, like a joke to us, but I never prepared myself that my grandma would, soon be leaving me. So when my niece, one of my older sister, twin daughter, she was still up this way, so she ended up picking me up, and I drove to Tunica. And the whole time I'm driving, I'm just crying. And because I'm like, this is my grandma, the person that I live. So I drove down to Tunica, and as I was driving, of course, I'm crying. So to actually get to my grandma's house, everybody was there. Not everybody. It was some of my uncles, my sister, my cousin. We was all there. So we were just sitting around talking and stuff like that. So everybody was like, they finna take a nap. Well, my auntie was over there too. And everybody was like, they finna take them a nap. So I tried to lay down. I couldn't sleep for nothing in the world. I was crying the whole time while I was laying down. It literally had hurt my feelings to see my grandma going through a transition. And I'm asking questions like, what I'm Googling, like, how long is a transition, over, what it takes to be over, whatever, how long we have to wait and stuff like that. So I'm Googling. So I asked my mom. I turned around, I'm like still literally crying. So I turned around and asked my mom. So like, I was like, why you so strong? You know what I'm saying? What happened? What, I'm saying? What's going on? I'm trying to see why you strong. So my mom was like, she just, prepare herself for it. And she asked God to, like, she just didn't want to see her mother as a vegetable no more. So I'm sorry, y'all. It's like a replay to me. So as I sit there, when I woke up, everybody was still asleep. So I went in her room and sat beside her bed the whole night till the next day. So my niece went to McDonald's and got us something, some breakfast or whatever. So I was just trying to put some on my stomach so I won't get sick. I was crying the whole time while I'm eating, drinking my coffee. And I just still had that little headache just right in the center of my forehead for some reason. So some, like, my uncle, everybody just started coming through to, spend their little time with them. Because they had already called all the sisters and brothers to come, which we had. They lost one They lost a brother before, I think in August. And so to the similar the same thing. So all of them came over except the baby boy. We were still waiting on him to get off. So after all that happened, I ended up laying on the foot of her bed. That was the only way I felt way better. I ended up laying on the foot of her bed, and my sister was on the side, and my nephew was on the other side. And I went to sleep. That was the only time I felt better and at ease, where my headache went away. Because I had took like Excedrins and everything to make my headache go away, but it never went away. So my sister and them and auntie, they went to Piggly Wiggly, so we were like, we finna cook. So I just kept walking the hall, kept checking in the room and stuff like that. So my auntie was like, go on in back in the kitchen. She gonna be alright. She gonna be alright. I said, I was just making sure she alright. She's still breathing. So I don't know what made me walk down the hall again and go straight to the door. I was looking outside to the front door. After I looked at the front door, well, no, let me rewind it back. So the baby boy finally had made it when we started cooking. He went in there and went, talked to grandma, and he left back out and he went in the living room with his brothers. So after that happened, that's when I ended up walking down the hallway to the front door, and I turned around and then I peeked my head back in the door, in my grandma's room door, and that's when I realized that she wasn't breathing anymore. So when I told my sister and them, because they weren't paying attention at the time, but I wasn't the one that seen her take her last breath. It was my other niece. So when I told my sister, my auntie, that she's not breathing anymore, even though they had the breathing machine on her, the oxygen machine on her, she wasn't breathing or moving. So when they turned around, my sister Quita, did her pulse, checked her, check and see if her heart was still beating. It was like it was, she's an LPN, so she know, I forgot what she said it was doing, but it's like it was going away. Her heartbeat was like just slowly going. So I mean, after that happened, everybody was everywhere, and they mind wasn't right. So we were trying to get everything together. My oldest niece ended up calling. I think she called the ambulance or whatever, the fire department. It was something, I forgot who they had to call over there to get the final time of when she took her last breath. So when that did happen, we were sitting in the room all around her, just crying. So after she passed, they gave us a time of what time she passed away. We had to wait on the coroner to come, and they had did their little information and stuff like that. What really hurt me, the most, to see them put my grandma in the sheets to carry her out. So she actually left me 5 days before Christmas and 6 days before my birthday. She meant the whole world to me. I never had a grandma that I could actually go to, ask her for anything, or live with for so many years, to build a relationship with. And to this day, I'm still not completely healed. Just when I found out when she passed, I wasn't eating. I didn't know that I was going through depression at the time because I never knew how I felt to go through it. I just knew I stopped eating, didn't have an appetite. Um, really didn't feel like being around nobody or talking to nobody, but everybody used to check on me that was still close to me. Um, it's hard. It's real hard. I have my days. I walk around acting like I'm so happy, but deep down I'm still hurting. It's still a healing process for me to actually have her to leave. And every time I think about her being out, like since the weather be changing, I be thinking like I wish my grandma was in a place where it's not a ground where it's an inside building where they gotta have a head or whatever. And I know at one point I walked around, I had so much anger on my heart because it just don't feel right going to Tunica and knowing that she's not here anymore. So at the end of this video, I'm gonna make sure I post all the videos, pictures that she took with all the family. It's just to show y'all that how much her grandkids and kids really love her. I know that my granddaddy probably happy that she's with her now. She's with him now in heaven. And I know that she's in heaven because we got that confirmation from my uncle that's a pastor. That the angel came in the room that night when she passed and lifted her up and told her this house is not your home no more. So she's in a better place. I just got to get myself in a better place because I know she would never want me to be so sad because she gone. So this is my grandma. So after I show y'all this, I'm gonna show some more videos of her in pictures. So she was a little fashion lady. Her kids, y'all probably can't see, and her caregivers who all they took the time out to take care of her. And these are pictures of her and Granddaddy on the back. So Granddaddy got his queen back. But yeah, sorry that I broke down. But I hope y'all enjoyed the rest of the video with the pictures and videos that I'm gonna show y'all. Until next time, I finally got this story over with, and I'm glad I did. So until next time, I see you guys in my next video. And just continue to pray for me and lift me up in your prayers. And I'll see you guys in my next video. But I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the video that I'm gonna show you how to slide. That I want to give a tribute to my grandma, my sweet favorite lady, Grandma Joseph Harris. I love you, Grandma, and I miss you.
Don't go.